So you may have noticed that people quite often start with a sorceress at the beginning of a ladder or when they first start up playing on single player. It's because it's so incredibly to move around and to farm with this particular character. And one of the absolute best, especially at the beginning of ladder, places to farm is Mephisto. But why exactly is that? And as we jump in here, yes, I will note as a comment that's brought up on some of my previous videos like this is kind of a video for newer people, but hey, stick around even the veterans and maybe you're going to learn a thing or two, or maybe just a quick refresher for you. Now, first up, finding your way down to Mephisto. As most people obviously know, come to the Endurance of Hate or level 2, and then you got to find your way down to level 3. Now, this map is a good example of exactly what you're looking for. You see the mini map up here? The way down is 9 out of 10 times going to be on the left half of the map. I have a incredibly awesome map here on single player where it is incredibly close and directly left. Sometimes you can find this and you can actually re-roll maps on single player by just going to Nightmare and then coming back to Hell, looking at the map, going to Nightmare, coming back to Hell again, until you find one that's perfect like this early on, and your runs can be quickety split. But if you're online, it will be probably, like I said, 9 out of 10 times on the left half of the map. Sometimes you get the triple right, incredibly annoying, but that's how it is. Go down to the next level. Pull up another map online here, and let's just go straight to the left, the way I would usually do it. I would keep looping around to the left side, and somewhere over here is generally this place where you will find it. Like I said, it's not always super exactly to the left. That's why you want to try to roll a perfect map on single player, because wow, that can speed up your time like crazy. But still, it is relatively easy to find your way down to level 3. Down on the 3rd level, we'll take a look at the first reason to come down and farm Mephisto is because there's actually other monsters along the way. People love farming Trav for the council, and there's actually council members right here as well. Now, they can be incredibly tough, and early on, they can kind of be annoyance with the Hydras. You see my mercenary already getting hit, and my mercenary has some okay gear on already, but those council members here can actually drop good items themselves as well. So on top of that, there's an incredibly easy way to kill Mephisto. A lot of you probably already know it, but it's called the Mephisto moat trick. Now, all you have to do is lure Mephisto over to this edge, and then teleport across here at the proper distance to where Mephisto cannot attack you, but you can see Mephisto and attack. Now, if you have a mercenary, you notice my mercenary is getting wrecked here. Your mercenary will constantly walk forward and just get hit over and over again and usually die. I was lucky he did not, but as you can see, Mephisto's already dead, and I can go ahead over and take whatever good loot there is. This time, nothing, but you see how fast these runs can actually be when running Mephisto. So we're going to go ahead and do one super quick here. Let's say this is on single player, so I know where I am at, but perhaps, we'll add a couple seconds on to say maybe you're teleporting around online and it took you a little bit longer to find Mephisto. How fast can you really do these runs? So I actually went ahead and grabbed a different character, and we'll teleport around the left side pretending as if we were looking for where Mephisto was. Not in this particular point. Keep going around to the left, and man, this is a much longer map. But we come around here and see Mephisto's not here, and here we go. It's over on the left side of the map here, like I said, and we're down to level 3. For this particular character, we're going to go ahead and just skip the council, make it a little easier, and lure Mephisto over here. Now, I pretty much guarantee that my mercenary is going to die, but it is really this easy. There's Mephisto, and since they made it wider for widescreen from old Diablo 2, it actually is even easier to moat trick Mephisto, and you just keep dropping blizzards over and over and over and over again. This is going to be pretty slow. I think I accidentally left it on layer 7 difficulty, so it's going to be a minute.
1 hour later.
And then Mephisto goes down, and you come over and check the loot. Now, right here, nothing great, but go ahead and check this clip. I actually did one test run just hopping down and seeing exactly where I needed to get to Mephisto with my other character, and look what happened. What? Is this real life? I should pause my Joe Rogan podcast I had playing as I pull a near perfect Zach. Let me jump to the other side, fellas. Jeez. Just messing around. This is why you run Mephisto, fellas. A near perfect Herald of Zacharium. That's funny. That's funny. Boy, stuff just keeps coming, huh, fellas? Good old Hell Mouse, nothing big. But I would recommend, well, if you're going to take out Mephisto anyways, go ahead and check this super chest right back here. A lot of times you don't get a lot, but sometimes they explode with items. And I always tell everybody this story. I did, in fact, get a burr rune out of this chest back behind Mephisto one time. Maybe just complete luck. I don't really know the statistics on what can drop from this particular chest back here, but true story, that did happen. If you do want to as well, there's also weapons racks over here that you can go ahead and hit as well. I've gotten some lower level. I've got homunculus off of here and stuff like that. And I've gotten like 4-socketed threshers and things off of this other one over here, a weapons and armor rack. That's kind of all up to you whether you want to or not, but you can also hit those racks that are there every single time and perhaps another opportunity to get lucky. But yeah, Phil, what can you actually find from Mephisto? Now, if you're farming Mephisto in hell difficulty, you can find almost everything you need to make any character very, very good. Mephisto can't drop every single item in the game, don't get me wrong, but right here we pulled up with party size of 3 just to increase the drop rate slightly. We got 250% magic find. If you're trying to find good gear, you're going to throw on some magic find, right? A triple topazed helm, maybe some sort of 4 topazed armor, or whatever you throw on there, some small charms and stuff like that. We're looking at bosses in hell, and we're going to pull up, I don't know, what are you looking for in hell difficulty to make any character better? Perhaps a Harlequin's Crest? For that, we're going to go ahead and take a look at, let's go ahead and look at the probability, and you notice El Mephisto is at the very, very top. Out of all the act bosses, which is what I looked up here, Mephisto has the best chance of dropping the Harlequin's Crest. Now, that's a good reason to run Mephisto right there. Even though it is 1 out of 443. Just remember, we're talking about one specific item. Mephisto can drop way more than that. Let's go ahead and take a look at Arachnid's Mesh. Yes, Mephisto can actually drop this item as well. And let's go ahead and look. Mephisto has the best odds for that. 1 in 641 runs, you'll find one of those. But remember, this is, you know, in 640 runs, you're going to have at least one Shaco and at least one Arachnid's Mesh already. So if you take that down to like maybe 1 in 200 or 300 runs, you're going to find one of these items probably. How about something like Ariet's Face? Go ahead and take a look at that. Now, for Mephisto, it's 1 in 1200 runs, so you can find another good item. How about something like Andariel's Visage, perhaps? Now, it's not the best place to find one, but considering you can actually go ahead and farm Mephisto repeatedly quickly, unlike Diablo and Bale, Mephisto then is actually one of the best places to find Andariel's Visage, an absolute go-to for those active mercenaries as well. Maybe we'll look at the Herald of Zakarum, the item that I actually had just found. So go ahead and take a look at this, and we're looking at probabilities. Oh, once again, it is Mephisto. And since Mephisto is, you know, easy to farm, you can go straight to, take them out, check in what they got. Even though it's 1 in 1700 runs, when you combine all the different odds from all the different good items you can find, and then even if you don't need, you could trade or use them on them other characters. I mean, it seems like every few runs, if you have a lot of magic find and you do it on a little bit higher players count, you're going to be getting an exciting item. Now, while you can do this run with other characters, a barbarian or a paladin or something, really, the sorceress reigns supreme on this particular run, and really there's nothing more to it. Mephisto's fast, easy, and gives you exactly what you want. Sounds like an amazing date, right, fellas? But that's pretty much all there is to it. That's why you see so many sorcerers starting out on the beginning of ladder, gathering all of these sick uniques that they can then trade or use on the other characters they start up. So if this is any new information to you, or you like the quick refresher, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe up for future Diablo 2 Resurrected videos. Peace out, fellas, and keep slaying.